Oi, 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 YouTube. It is great to see you. I hope you've had a wonderful day. Unclench your jaw, have your water with your morning coffee, of course. Today, we are going to be talking about the very brief 5.1.1 update that is releasing today. This should be on all platforms, but it is a sort of very short announcement, so we are going to talk about it very, very briefly. The Trickster is getting kind of a second round of very tiny buffs. Again, back when they updated Trickster originally with the mid-chapter, they went a direction that I kind of wish they didn't go. But honestly, balancing Trickster is incredibly difficult because his sort of design is sort of flawed at a very, very core level. Very, very hard to do, in my opinion. No, making him 115% movement speed is not the answer, in my opinion anyway. But today, they increased the time before laceration begins to decay. It used to be 10 seconds. After 10, like you would hit a knife, 10 seconds would go, and then it would start to decay. Now it's 15 seconds, which sucks because I just made a video on how to play against Trickster, and I said 10 seconds, so fuck. But also, they increased the maximum throw speed to 30%, was 25%. So once you're throwing, you have a higher threshold of speed. These are minor changes that will ultimately only affect people that are really, really struggling to understand him and probably overusing their knives to a very drastic degree. This will be QOL, so the quality of life, it's not going to be that big of a deal. It's not going to make him OP. It definitely barely changes anything on kind of a survivor side, in my opinion. But now, we do have all of these bug fixes and things like that. They fixed some of the rocks that you were able to climb on top of and things like that. But this seems like a balance move more than like a bug fix, but it is what it is. They say they fixed an issue that caused the Trickster to be able to land multiple hits with one knife when using the Cut Through You single and the Edge of Revival add-ons together. So if you didn't know, the Cut Through You single would allow a knife to go through somebody, right? And the Edge of Revival album would allow knives to shatter on the floor, all right? Or shatter against objects. So what this meant was a knife could cut through somebody, explode on the floor, and it could do one knife hit and then explode and do 0.5, right? Edge of Revival, environmental explosions would do 0.5. So each knife would do 1.5 hits, which meant that it only took like 4 knives to down somebody, really. The math is a little bit different than that, but basically 4 knives. So it was incredibly insane, especially with main event. You would just aim at people's feet, shatter their feet, and they would just go down insanely quick. So they fixed that. So one knife can apply at most 1 hit to each survivor. What this means is that Cut Through You single is still good for survivors that are grouped up, but it's really not good for anything else. And the Edge of Revival album is not awful. You could still aim at their feet, and if you miss, you'll still kind of get a shatter. So it's still like a decent add-on. It just doesn't combine in some sort of OP irritating way. So yeah. Aside from that, fixed an issue that caused Trickster's blades to hit Survivor while they're being unhooked. If you guys did not notice, when unhooking, Trickster could hit 2 or 3 knives right as they got pulled off the hook before they were even able to hit the ground, which made it really unfun to go against him. So your borrow time procs will now mean a little bit more. Fixed an issue that caused hit marker VFX to stay on Trickster's knife after hitting a Survivor. So there's some weird ones there. But then there's a lot. There's a lot of bug fixing. I know a lot of people don't like to acknowledge that bug fixes happen, but that's a lot of bug fixes. Now, Blood Lodge and the game maps are disabled. I think Blood Lodge is one of the worst maps in Dead by Daylight. It's too big. It's too open. Hurrah! What do you guys think, though? We will be on Twitch checking out all these updates. Can't wait to see you guys over there. Twitch.tv/DyllonKG. I will be praying to the entity to see you guys there. See you in the next video. Have a good day.